As promised, now Darren Farwell of the Farwell Group joins us. He'll continue to explain to us how we can take charge of our money and plan to invest for our best retirement. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Marilyn. Well, this morning I've got a not very breathtaking fact for you. If you are part of a couple, and yes, many choose not to for all sorts of reasons, but if you are part of a couple, one of you will likely outlive the other. It's also a fact in a traditional husband and wife scenario, it is the woman who lives longer, 80% of the time on average. So my recommendation, be prepared. And today, I'm going to highlight 3 things you can do as a couple now to be prepared. 1, make sure you each have your own credit card. 2, make sure you each establish your own credit rating in your own name. And number 3, run a financial plan that models the scenario when the couple becomes one. Here's why I'm highlighting these 3 points today. It's really Marcia's story. Marcia came to see me after a friend of hers passed along a referral. Marcia was 68 when I first met her. Her late husband was older. One day he was fine. A week later, tragically, he was gone. And Marcia was totally unprepared, of course emotionally, but also practically. At the Farwell Group, our personal roadmap process just doesn't let that happen. Our strong recommendation is that clients should be prepared. Now, be prepared isn't a motto we created, but it is one we live by for our clients and for ourselves. At the time her late husband passed away, Marcia's credit cards were in joint name. As soon as she provided death certificates to her financial institutions, the joint credit cards were canceled. So Marcia found herself without a credit card at a time with so much else on her mind. It was a shame to have to deal with that unnecessary inconvenience. Then, much later, as she moved from that ending through her passage, thinking about, what could come next, Marcia started thinking about selling her home and moving to a condo. But when she asked about some pre-approval financing, Marcia discovered that she had no independent credit rating according to the credit rating agencies. As a result, Marcia had a very difficult time getting any pre-approvals, even though she had paid all of her bills on time, in full, including all of her mortgages and car loans her whole life long. So 2 of the 3 steps that Marcia and her late husband could have taken while they were a couple. Number 1, get a credit card in each person's name independently. And by the way, getting a credit card in your name helps with the second thing. Establish your own independent credit rating. The third thing to do, to be prepared, would have actually solved the first 2. While you are a couple, create scenarios for when there will be just one of you. It does not have to be a solemn exercise. It's not asking for trouble, because we know just one day it's going to happen. So be prudent. You care for each other while you're alive. Make sure that your loved one is looked after, even if you are gone first. Work with a financial advisor team that understands the transition from a couple to one, and furthermore, encourages that you do the planning for that scenario in advance. Proactively create a plan, and in creating that plan, the issues of credit cards, personal credit rating, taxes, investment management, power of attorneys, wills and estate, insurance, all of it, it all comes up as part of that process. Now, in the end, there's a happy ending in the sense that, look, Marcia is a smart and a resourceful woman. She managed. It just could have been a whole lot easier, both emotionally and practically, if her and her spouse had been more prepared.
So a survivor strategy is important. It actually fits in with my theme, Positive actions add up to take you along your journey and closer to your goals. All you need is the right guidance. And it sounds to me, Darren, that you have that guidance to give at the Farwell Group. If someone wants to speak to you about a survivor strategy and know what to do so that they aren't just left standing with all sorts of obstacles in their way, how do we reach you?
They could be free to call 416-863-7501. We'd be happy to speak with you on the phone, or visit our website, thefarwellgroup.ca. There's lots of information there. And you're right, Marilyn, just these small steps can make a big difference over the long term.
Positive actions add up. And Darren Farwell and the team can help you add them up so you have a positive survivor strategy. The number 416-863-7501. And the website, there's a link from my website, marilyns.ca. You can't go wrong, and it's never too late to ask your questions and get started. 416-863-7501. The Farwell Group. Thank you, Darren. I look forward to learning more from you.
It's always a pleasure, Marilyn. Thank you.